all. So today we are going to be practicing how to tell time. Now, you guys, I feel like are experts because we practice with Mr. Clock daily in class. So let's put those skills to the test. It is important to be able to tell and write time in hours and half hours using both analog and digital clocks. That is our goal. That is what you are going to master. You guys got this. So let's get started. So you can tell time with a digital clock. A digital clock is like the clock you see on a phone or a microwave, or like what you see here. It tells you the time. So the hour is first separated by those two dots and then followed by the minutes. So 5:30, 10:05, 12:39. It's also important that you know how to tell time with an analog clock, kind of like the clock that we have in the school. Um, Even though these are not used as much, they are still very important. It's a skill that you will use forever. So, let's talk a little bit about what a clock has. So, a clock has these numbers. So, these numbers not only represent the hours, they also represent the minutes. There are two hands or little arrows. The short hand, which tells what hour it is, and then the minute hand, which moves a lot more because there's more minutes than hours, and that's the minute hand is longer. So there are 24 hours in a day. The first 12 we say AM, the last 12 we say PM. There are 60 minutes in each hour. The big hand or arrow here tells the minutes. The small hand or arrow tells the hour. Let's use this song. Let's see if you remember. When the big hand is on the top, that means it's o'clock. So in this case, when the big hand is on the top, that means this hand will tell you what hour it is. It is 1 o'clock. So we say 1 o'clock, or we write it like this, 1:00. When the big hand is on the top, that means try to say it before me, 2 o'clock. Good job. I'm going to go ahead and go through these. You need to beat me by saying it faster than me. When the big hand is on the top, that means it's 6 o'clock. When the big hand is on the top, that means it's 10 o'clock. When the big hand is on the top, that means it's 4 o'clock. And notice how we write it. When the big hand is on the top, that means that one's 11 o'clock. That one tricked me a little bit. Okay, good job. Now let's learn how to tell if it's half past an hour. So if it's half past an hour, that means 30 minutes have passed by. So we use the song, when the big hand goes down and around, notice that the big hand is at the bottom now. 30 minutes have passed. So when the big hand goes down and around, that means it's half past or we say 30, and we'll practice. So again, notice how the big hand is now pointing down and the small hand is slightly past, in this case, the 11. So the minute hand is not going to be pointing directly at the hour. It's going to be slightly past it. So whatever it's slightly past, and you're going to move in clockwise. So you're going to go, it's going to move kind of like follow the arrow. It's always going to move this way clockwise, like this. So whatever it's slightly past, moving clockwise, that's what hour it is. But we say half past the hour, or for example, this one, when the big hand goes down and around, that means it's half past 11, or we say 11:30. Let's practice. So this one still is 11:30, but I want you to know that, let me see if I can. Okay, so we start here this is when it's 0 minutes. So for example, right here, let's just say that it's 11. It's pointing let's pretend the big hand is pointing right at the top and it's 11. We would say 11 o'clock and we would write 1:11.00. Well, then usually there's 5 little lines here. So that's why these are separated. They're separated by how do I say it? you read them by 5. So we can say 11:05, 11:10, 11:15, 11:20, 11:25, 11:30, 11:35, 11:40, and so on. Um, and then we go 11:55, 11:56, 11:57, 11:58, 11:59. And then again, you would be the big hands on the top. So we wouldn't say 11:60, we would say 12 o'clock. You don't have to worry about that yet until you guys get into like second, third grade. For now, I want you to know when it's the hour and half past the hour. So I put these here so that you can remember that it's not pointing at the 6, it's pointing that it's at 30 minutes. So let's go ahead and practice. Again, I want you to say it faster than me. Notice here that the hour hand is not directly on the 1, it is past the 1. So when the big hand goes down and around, that means it's half past 1, or we say 1:30. Do the next one. When the big hand goes down and around, that means it's half past 2, or we say 2:30. Good job. When the big can goes down and around, that means it's half past or we say 30. So the answer was 3:30. Try to do this one. Again, really focus on looking at where the hour hand is. It's going to be past. It's going to be past it. So when the big hand goes down and around, that means it's half past 7, or we say 7:30. Try this one. When the big hand goes down and around, that means it's half past 10, or we say 10:30. So awesome work. I know it's a little challenging, especially online and not in person, but practice makes perfect. So let's read the times aloud. I'm going to read the first 2, and you guys have to read the rest. 1 o'clock, 1:30. I want you to read the rest. Remember, friends, practice makes perfect. You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. I'll talk to you later. Bye.